Tonight, the Mayor's U-turn on Greenbelt building. Sir Sadiq says it is necessary to tackle the capital's housing crisis. His opponents say he's backtracking on a promise to Londoners.
People assume that all our Greenbelt is green and pleasant, is rich with wildlife. In fact, the opposite is often the case.
It's a tragedy for London if we lose our precious Greenbelt spaces.
Good evening. In a controversial U-turn, the Mayor has said that Greenbelt land must be considered for development to tackle London's housing crisis. Sir Sadiq Khan had previously rejected proposals to rethink how the city's protected zones could be utilised, insisting that all lower quality brownfield sites be used first. But now he says that view is wrong and unsustainable. It's a big step in building the million homes London needs in the next decade, but at what cost? Those living next to potential building sites. Carolyn Sim reports.
On the outskirts of London, Greenbelt land like this has become a battlefield. Campaigners have long been fighting to protect it, but today they may have just lost one of their allies.
City Hall's new position will be to actively explore the release of parts of London's Greenbelt.
It's an about turn from where he stood a year ago.
London's Greenbelt is as important today as it has always been. And my London plan clearly sets out policies to protect it and maintain the benefits it provides to London.
But Sadiq today said Londoners need thousands more homes like these in Greenwich to solve the housing crisis.
People assume that all our Greenbelt is green and pleasant, is rich with wildlife. In fact, the opposite is often the case. The Greenbelt is often poor quality, badly maintained. Only around 13% is accessible to Londoners. What we're doing is recognising that actually if we're going to meet the needs of our city, we're going to build the genuinely affordable, well-designed, good quality homes our city needs.
These residents are trying to stop this field in Barnet from being developed. Now they fear it could be reclassified as so-called grey belt land, the government's new term for land which doesn't prevent urban sprawl. And the Mayor's new stance has them worried.
Him changing like that just means that this is a much more vulnerable site. It could be classed as grey belt. That is in fact what the developers are saying that it is in the appeal. So it makes it for us very worrying that these bits of land will be taken away, that will be built on, developed, and that just creates a chain reaction. Other bits of land being taken, and we'll end up with no green belt round here, and for us that's a huge loss.
They claim that it's only a few car parks and disused petrol stations. It's not. People are trying to argue that this field behind me is grey belt, and so really important open spaces like this are in jeopardy, and if we lose them, that would be a real tragedy for London.
The Mayor had previously been committed to building all new homes on brownfield sites, but he says that strategy is only delivering about 40,000 homes a year, when his target is 88,000.
Half the reason why Sadiq is jumping to the green belt is he's been so poor in the development of homes on land he actually owns. So, for example, back in 2016, he promised us 10,000 homes on TfL land he controls. We've barely got 1,300.
But the Mayor insists unlocking land like this will fix London's housing challenge.
Carolyn, a big move from City Hall. Realistically, though, how soon could the developers move in?
Well, this announcement today was part of the Mayor's consultation for the development strategy for the next 2 decades in London. So it's not like changes are going to happen overnight, but I expect we will be seeing more planning applications put in now that developers might feel they've got more of a green light. Now, the Mayor says his priority, though, is to help people who simply cannot afford the rise in rents in London, and there are too many people who are living in temporary accommodation, so he had to fast track this and get on with building more houses. But he has described himself, hasn't he, as the greenest mayor that London has ever seen. His critics will say he's contradicting himself now, and of course they'll be looking to the future to make sure that any new housing development is done properly and as greenly as possible.
All right, Carolyn, thank you.